I'm here to talk to you about Obama's healthcare reform. Obama's healthcare reform will use my tax dollars to help fund abortions.
Myth! The healthcare reform maintains the status quo of no federal funding for abortions, except in the case of rape, incest, or endangerment of the woman's life. A federal judge recently wrote, "The express language of the Affordable Care Act does not use taxpayers' money for abortions." That is a fact that is clear on its face.
In 2014, once the plan is implemented, businesses will stop giving their workers health benefits.
Myth! Independent analyses conducted by the Rand Corporation, Urban Institute, the Congressional Budget Office, and Mercer found that employers will continue to offer health coverage to their workers. Economists agree that employers offer health insurance to help attract and retain the most talented employees, and employers will continue to do this to seek out the top talent. Furthermore, when health reform was enacted in Massachusetts over 5 years ago, the percent of businesses offering insurance in Massachusetts increased instead of decreased.
The thing that I'm the most worried about is that businesses will suffer under the healthcare reform.
Myth! Health insurance reform lowers costs for American businesses, especially small businesses, who are struggling to remain profitable and competitive under the status quo. The Independent Congressional Budget Office confirmed that the bill would lower health insurance premiums for the same insurance plan by up to 4% for small businesses and up to 3% for large businesses. And estimates indicate that reform could save businesses $2,000 per person in health costs.
The mandate for everyone to buy health care is also very unconstitutional.
Myth! Legal experts and federal judges appointed by both parties agree that the federal mandate is constitutional. It's the same concept as buying car insurance for your car. Everyone is required to do so, and it's not unconstitutional to mandate it. It's just for everyone's well-being. Makes sense?
Obama's plan will also do nothing to lower the cost of health care.
Myth! One independent group even called that statement the biggest lie of the year. The Affordable Care Act puts people, not the government and not the healthcare companies, in charge of healthcare. The new law strengthens the existing employer-based health insurance system while making the market fair for consumers by implementing landmark consumer protections. Families and individuals that don't have access to healthcare can receive tax credits to help them purchase coverage in the private health insurance market. There is no government-sponsored, public, or single-payer plan in the law.
Obamacare will also lead to a government takeover of healthcare.
Myth! The health policy experts and economists who have looked at this legislation have said we are pursuing every possible mechanism to reduce healthcare costs. The Congressional Budget Office found that health insurance reform will reduce the deficit by $210 billion in this decade and by over $1 trillion in the next 10 years. And a family of four would save as much as $2,300 in their premiums compared to what they would have spent without reform.
Here's some quick facts for you.
In every state, and for the first time ever, companies are required to give a reason for raising their rates by over 10%. And states are also given the ability to reject unfair premiums for their constituents.
Seniors with Medicare pay far less for their prescription drugs. Last year, more than 5.1 million people saved over $3 billion when buying their prescription drugs.
Obama's new healthcare reform will
expand Medicaid to millions of low-income Americans.
Prohibit denials based on pre-existing conditions.
Ensure that all Americans will have access to quality, affordable health insurance.
Clamp down on insurance company abuses. Barack Obama has been our president for the past 4 years, and in those 4 years he's led us to do great things. Actually, the healthcare bill and the law, which it has become, was entirely his creation. He saved Medicare and created universal health care. If you were to have an accident, you would need help from a doctor, and that doctor would have a fee that you would have to pay. The only reason that fee would not be outrageous is because you had health insurance. This healthcare law would make sure that everybody is insured and make sure that no one falls into debt because of unexpected healthcare costs. This just makes sense for everyone. The doctor is happy because he gets paid, and you're happy because you don't have to face the outstanding medical bill. Everyone should vote for President Obama in the upcoming election because he saved our healthcare system. Make sure that everyone's safe and doesn't have to pay outrageous costs.
Over the past 4 years, President Obama has gained the experience necessary to lead us in the upcoming election. Over his term in the past 4 years, He has saved the automobile industry and our healthcare system. So, on Election Day this upcoming fall, remember to vote experience.
This advertisement is paid for Friends of Obama.